Well, what we've been doing is another Hope Over Fear meeting, part of the tour to try and convince Scotland to seize the opportunity to take their destiny in their own hands and stop blaming other people for our problems, start sorting their problems out by voting for independence. The tour came about probably at the turn of the year. I was invited to speak at a meeting up in Kirkcaldy in the 23rd of January by an official Yes campaign who wanted me to address the audience on the basis of an evening with Tommy Sheridan. And from that meeting we had a recording done that was put up on YouTube, and it went viral within a matter of days of it going up the 10 and 12,000. And now it's sitting 135,000 people that have viewed the speech, and people were saying, look, you need to go and speak elsewhere. So from there people invite me to go to speak at meetings. I mean, most of the meetings I speak at, I don't know the people. I mean, I was in Campbelltown last night, 185 miles or whatever it is away, and I don't know the guy who invited me, but there was 160 people turned up. It was the biggest meeting I've had in Campbelltown for decades, and most of my meetings are like that. In many respects, there is something to say for social media with this tour, this Hope Over Fear tour. The social media has actually helped it and promoted it, and obviously the videos of the meetings have been getting shared as well. So it's just built up and built up and built up.
We've got the opportunity here to decide that there are things that are above politics, things that mean so much to us, like the National Health Service. The National Health Service, brothers and sisters, most of you use it, most of you value it. I'm going to tell you here and now, see if you think the National Health Service should stay in public hands and be properly funded, you better vote yes.
It's a long journey. It's been a long journey. I was elected to the Scottish Parliament in 1999, the first Scottish Parliament, and I was elected in a programme of an independent socialist Scotland, so that was a while ago. Now in 2014 I'm getting the chance to promote that vision. Some people will say, oh, that's not what's up for voting, what's up for voting is the White Paper, and that's just crass nonsense, because the White Paper is the SNP's vision of an independent Scotland. That's the baseline. We will decide in 2016, i.e. the people of Scotland will decide what nature Scotland becomes and what policies we go for. So an independent socialist Scotland is eminently possible after independence. But if we vote no, I'm afraid we're not going to get an independent socialist Scotland via the UK, that's for sure.
We vote no as a nation on the 18th of September. Do you honestly think Westminster's going to continue to give us money so that we can keep our education service free? They're going to force us to do what they've already done, privatise it, bring in tuition fees and charge wains to get an education.
The Yes tent is huge. There are people within the Yes tent who I might not personally sit down and have a coffee with, but it doesn't matter, because it's not about me and it's not about individuals, it's about the message, not the messengers. And the message is quite clear. If you want genuine freedom, if you want to tackle poverty in Scotland, if you want to build a new nuclear-free country in Scotland that stands up for peace, we've got to vote yes. So I'm for unity for independence. This is the single biggest grassroots campaign in Scotland's political history. I was involved in the last big grassroots campaign, the campaign against the poll tax, and that was massive. There's no doubt about that, was massive. But this dwarfs that campaign. This has generated so much interest, so much activity, and people who have never, ever been at meetings, never mind organised meetings, and they're now organising them. They're now actually organising meetings for people to come to. Massive, and this is what the media isn't seeing, all this stuff about the opinion polls and all the rest of it. What they're not seeing is the subterranean movement under the surface. It's a bit like the swan adage. You know, the swan at the top of the water looks graceful, there's nothing really happening underneath. Underneath, they wee paddles are going like hell. That's what this campaign's like. Underneath, there is so much activity taking place, and those who are in the no camp, they are complacent. They think they've got it in the bag. I think they're realising now more and more this is going to be very, very close. It's neck and neck, and I'm confident we're going to win it.
All of the economic surveys that have been done show that this country, Scotland, even without oil and gas, even without it, would still have AAA credit rating and be 16th in the world as far as production is concerned, as far as wealth is concerned, as far as potential is concerned. If you add in the oil and gas, we could be as high as 8th in the world. 8th richest country in the world.
Well, my hope for an independent Scotland is, as I said at these meetings, that we recognise that it isn't a destination. We don't put our feet up and say, that's it, we've got an independent Scotland, everything's going to be all right. In an independent Scotland right now, we'll still have poverty pay, we'll still have pensioners frightened to put on their electric fires, we'll still have children not realising their potential because they don't have proper class sizes, they don't have proper encouragement. I think in an independent Scotland, we've got the potential to create a new and a better Scotland that puts people before profit, that invests in welfare, not warfare. That's the type of Scotland I want to build. And, you know, I'm 50 years of age. I'll only have another good, maybe 20 years left in me. Independent Scotland's really for the grandkids. That's the ones who are going to benefit from an independent Scotland. Well, if we lose this vote, I'll be very, very sad. I've got to tell you that. I'll be very, very sad. I'll be upset. I'll be depressed. No doubt about that. We are going to have a major, major problem on our hands because if we lose this vote, the Tories and the UKIP, who will probably make up a coalition government next May, they're going to come after us. They're going to come after our funding. They're going to come after our health service. They're going to come after our education. And we'll fight, you know. We're working class. We fight. That's what we do. You know, people have a go at you. You stand up and you fight. But we're going to fight on a weaker basis than what we have just now because we are going to be wounded. They're going to smell the wounds, they're going to smell the blood and they're going to come after us. So if people really, really care about public services and really care about their children's future, I hope they vote yes.
I'm for independence, not for what's in that white paper, but for what's in everybody's heads, what's in everybody's vision. I'm for independence because in an independent Scotland, I'm determined that we are never, ever, ever going to have another pensioner and governor anywhere else in Scotland that dies prematurely of hypothermia because they can't afford to keep their house warm. Because I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'll tell you what we're going to do in an independent Scotland. We're going to do what that spineless crowd of Labour cretins never done in their 13 years of power. We're going to take back what rightfully belongs to us. We're going to take back the gas and the electricity and we're going to run it for social need, not for private profit.
Between now and September 18th, I'm planning to go everywhere I can. People are inviting me all over the country. I was in Campbelltown. I'd never been in Campbelltown before. I was there last night. I've been invited to Helmsdale. I didn't even know it existed. I'm going up to Helmsdale. I've got somebody invited me to speak in Inverness. I've already been up there, but they've invited me back up to speak at Far Hall. So somebody says, well, Turriff isn't that far from here. Will you come to Turriff? I said, OK, I'll go to Turriff. And then somebody says, oh, you're going to Turriff, going to go to Fraserburgh. I said, OK, I'll come to Fraserburgh. That's what's happening. It's just organic. It's just, you know, I do feel guilty because I'm missing my daughter. I'm spending an awful lot of time away from my daughter. I am upset about that, but it's her future I'm fighting for. And this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so you have to put in the time here to win this.
You've got an utterly disgraceful, biased media. Utterly disgraceful. You've got millionaires by the dozen prepared to say that they are campaigning for no. You've got all the establishment political parties. You've got all of the hotty-totty brigade saying, oh no, stay with the UK, stay with the UK. Very powerful foes. Jim Larkin said in 1913, and I think we should say it today in 2014. He said, the powerful only appear so because we are on our knees, our eyes. Brothers and sisters, on the 18th of September, get off your knees, vote yes, and let's build a new and a better Scotland. Thanks very much.